Oh! It's getting settled in. Now, where were we? We were trying to end the day, weren't we? It will help. And activated a macro there. I'm struggling a little to remember. Yeah, we have to go and sell the hubcaps because we cannot get into our room.
It's the ledger you found in the trash.
Ooh, we can go through that whole process again. Which was grim. Have many thoughts to internalize, which are all quite impactful. So have to be cautious about when we activate those, or at least get some more bonuses first. We've got another point we can spend. Might be worth putting one in psych. Cool for sane people, well-adjusted cops, the non-suicidal. Volition urges you to be a good guy, to others and to yourself. It enables you to resist temptation, be it in a bottle, between a pair of legs, or at the end of an iron barrel which promises oblivion. Volition gives you the will to finish the investigation, improving your morale, one of the two health pools in the game. At high levels, Volition makes you hyper-sane. You're about to get funky, it keeps you normal. It's a bit of a party pooper. At low levels, however, you will have little morale. Without it, you'll be a profoundly unstable cop, falling apart at the seams you make irreversible mistakes. This is one I'm quite interested in. In an empire is the unfiltered wellspring of the imagination, emotion, and foreboding. It enables you to grope your way through visible dimensions of reality, gaining insight into that which sight can't see. What's really going on? What do these enigmatic riddles mean for the world fate? At high levels, Inland Empire animates the inanimates. You'll have conversations with your clothing. Conversations that may change the course of the investigation if you're not thrown into the loony bin first. With lower Inland Empire, however, you'll be void of imagination and character. And then how will you shape the cosmos? I think maybe going to get these hubcaps sold is a thing, but it feels like a major event. Everything in this game could be a major event. Picking your nose could turn into a life-changing experience. Or a 45-minute dialogue that has no effect whatsoever. Some more bottles. Oh, and a thing over there. Oh, that's pretty good reach you got there, chum. Well, we're not. We've got enough real for a raincoat or a pack of smokes or. What's this?
This coin-operated viewer.
Alright.
Whoa. What have we here?
A bridge.
A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
Whatever. Let death come. I'm a Revacholian badass. Kim, it looks like we've got a construction code violation. Yes, I'll have to take my chances. I'm going to have to turn those noises off. No! Observe. I've kind of guessed what you might select. So, but I'm going to put it up anyway. Yes! I knew it! That's what I was going to choose.
True. They never cleaned up the war damage. The rest of Renachol looks better, though.
But Lieutenant, think about the splinters.
The bridge is fine enough. Locals use it all the time, after all. It's nothing to worry about. Shall we?
Very confident there, Kim. Oh, there's a thing. Oh, so where we are, we've got to go and pawn these hubcaps. So I'm heading up over there. Things I have noticed. We can
It's the ledger you found in the trash.
go back to the
Package
hidden
of
drawer in
papers
the
hanging
ledger.
from the board.
Might have a look at that in a bit. And we leveled up. So I was looking at various skills. But I think before we do anything else, unless there's something critical we feel we need to change, we'll just try and end the day. Because that's a challenge in itself.
Hey, up here, Piggo. The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
We just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive. Don't use that tone with me. I am the law. Let's start with your blood type and go from there. Hep. Yeah. When were you last tested? Just answer some questions, okay? Yeah, I am also kind of keeping an eye on work. Because I'm waiting for some emails to come in, then I'll have to do a thing and then I'm free. Hmm.
Ask away, Pigman. But I don't promise to answer.
Despite the sass, she puts brush aside.
A brush, an artist. The red splatter is urban expressionism.
You keep looking off at the side. What are you looking at? What are you doing to the wall? Do you know anything about the recent murder? Guess I'm largely on my own here. What am I going to do? Myself what they're doing to the wall.
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit.
Impressive.
I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So you don't know what to write? Why are you so committed to defacing the buildings? I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it? Okay, let's do it.
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to have to stop you. This is hooliganism. Oh. Actually, I don't have an opinion. I lied. Yeah, I like that one.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
She means the opposite.
Yeah, I think I got that.
You've lessened her desire to deface the building.
Oh. You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at? Do you know anything about the recent murder? Let's ask her the first one.
She nods disdainfully toward the woman performing maintenance on the boat docked next to the pier. Hatred, disgust, it's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features.
It's a nice looking boat.
The woman on the boat does not notice her steering.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Okay, you don't like Ozon hurts?
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershaw. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinaise.
Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her.
Ah,
She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions. Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
nice.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozon.
Fair enough. Do you want to know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
It's very true.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
She's really unpleasant. Okay. Let's catch her later.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
Drama. What? I'm gonna get out of here. Finish thought. I'm gonna veto and say, what? This is interesting.
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
I like brown. I like standards. Look, I'm just trying to do my job. No need for extravagance. What's this? What is this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns. Kim, am I boring? Ooh. Let's choose. I think it's between 4 and 5. Let's ask him if I'm boring.
You? I wouldn't worry about that.
I've had similar conversations with friends of mine.
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown, he doesn't even want to talk to you about it.
What's this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns.
No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal.
Just a second. Yep. Already giving the opportunity to go, hang on a minute.
Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's copper type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Wait, this will be my copper type now?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Uh-huh. I don't want that.
Good, good. Of course. To outright declare yourself something does seem a bit too interesting now, doesn't it? I won't trouble you any further.
Bastard! But we're not here to talk to her, we are here to find the pawn shop.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Ooh. Need to do the dimming light, something has become clearer. These artistic impulsive effects, it's a good time to be trying this. So let's visualization, let's try and up my intelligence. Get that extra bonus. Hi Ozzy. Let's do it.
You have no clue. It's just a wall.
50-50 chance. Oh, hang on. His little antagonist friend. Yeah, I've got an even chance on it. So if I go there at night with enough bonuses,
Hey, what's that noise down there? It's been a weekend now.
trying to find the pawn shop, and someone gave me directions last night.
Can't get involved in this.
Oh, right. Thank you. The directions in this aren't the easiest to follow. This road, right, got you. Ooh, containers.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Well, will we try it anyway? Sensible isn't really our forte, is it?
Pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then nothing happens.
Push it harder! Release the lever. Right-o! We're gonna break it. I bet you we're gonna break it.
Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation.
Yeah.
The screw brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Oh, I've got a new hat. Oh, I can... That would probably be very useful for me. Bum brain, but my int is already pretty good and my rhetoric is very high. So I would probably still do quite well. Let's see what this is. Finally at the pawn shop. So I think we're put in a situation where we're putting ourselves in hock, but with an intention to try and pay everything back, even if that's not actually a function of the game's plot.
A typical Martinaise streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps. The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
What shall we ask? Just run through them then. Oh, okay, how much for the streetlight?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
Oh my god. Are you out of your mind? There's one just like that on every corner. Even taking into account the risk of obtaining the light, that seems a bit steep. 700 sounds about right. I imagine it wasn't easy soaring off that street lamp.
There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago. Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans in so the pawnbroker doesn't hear him.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
He's impressed. Okay. Any pawn shop kind of reminds me of the really dodgy one that was on the corner of Angel, right near Torrens Street and Slimelight. But this one in particular.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Her back? Win her back? Inspect the knights on horseback. Inspect the blue uniform. Inspect the figurines and rags. Do a challenge. Dig up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table. Or just leave it. So 1 to 5. What do we want to do first? Ooh, no choices, so I will ask the obvious.
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
Okay, well, assuming it wasn't that one, here is another chance. And actually, if you quickly go, I missed it, I'll generally pause for a second too afterwards to make sure I've seen them all, and I can rerun the question for any one set of choices.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Pointed at the knights on horseback. These are Franco-Nigerian cavalry, right?
Mm-hmm. I used to be very serious about my Franco-Nigerian knights.
I think you were serious about a lot of things, Kim.
A long, long time ago.
The remaining ones, inspect the blue uniforms, inspect the figurines and rags, or do the challenge. I think the inspects first, but what would you like to see?
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Yeah, I think I'm going to just choose one.
This is what the loyalists look like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflaged.
Makes sense. Are these royalist soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
I think this voice actor is the same guy that does the lizard brain, if I make a guess. Inspect the figurines in rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's meant to give people hope. Even we can do it. Contrast is meant to be disheartening, as it ought to be. It's impossible to win against the cohorts of capital. Ask my friend Garte, whose bitch it made me. I wish it was more nuanced. As it stands, I cannot comment. I have opinions about this one. It is impossible to win against the cohorts of capital. Ask my friend Garte, whose bitch it made me.
Okay. I don't like either set too much, to be honest.
Okay. Okay, so let's do an interfacing rule. So matrix needs to be increased, I think. Yeah. Okay, high roll.
Everything you pick out seems faded.
Still a
chipped,
failure.
and sad somehow. Most of them are just broken toys.
Gonna leave. Yeah, it happens quite a lot. I mean, the mechanic of the game is quite nice in this way. I think moving the story forward, it can be randomised. You can get these locked challenges, and you can alter how you retest them at any point by doing various different things. Like you can smoke a cigarette to raise your intellect and lose some health, and so there are loads of ways around it. So it still gives you the choice, but there is still an element of chance as well. So there's some risk and reward, and it's a very fine balance to strike, and I think so far they've done it really well.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well loved and well travelled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Stand on the tips of your toes to see more.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite.
Okay.
Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Shopkeep, the Stereo 8 approved machine here. What I really want to know is, could this device come handy in my police work? Are you sure this is all in working order? It's a very practical question.
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
Okay, let's ask the first one.
Is the Harman Welshi W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Oh, yes, this is true. Thank you. Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though
He grimaces.
I don't really like music.
We'll try and do that more.
That's odd. Why doesn't he like music?
Don't like music? What do you like then? Got it. Back to this guy. I'm going to question him.
The stuff I record myself. Silverware shaking in drawers as motor cars race by. Nocturnal animals climbing on the roof. Airship rotors. That kind of thing.
Maybe you should ditch music as well. Get into these more experimental sounds he's describing.
I'm going to hold on to my money for now. But we know it's there. So we've looked at the boomboxes, we've looked at that now, we talked to the guy. It feels like an area I can make a mistake, so I'm just going to put my tea on. Oh. So chat with the guy.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
He asks.
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you. It's shameful how insufficient the police presence is in these parts. Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately? Thief who needs to be banned.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately, RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travellers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection. I may have something to add to it. Look around. Typical vacuous consumerist objects. Honestly, I think some of your selections are, press your fingers to your lips, more tasteful than others. This business plan is all over the place. You should specialise, zoom in, recapitalise. What do people think I should say? I shall choose myself then.
It keeps me entertained.
There's something I'd like to sell. Electrochemistry. I think we probably want to just do that and get it out of the way first. So, my electrochemistry is buggered. For a variety of things. Got a minus from the thoughts. And I think one of my clothes items gets in the way as well. So actually we'll leave that. We'll come back to that when we've got a higher check. So something I'd like to sell. You might be able to aid our investigation. By the way, do you happen to have any guns like the ones carried by officers of the Citizens Militia? I have other business to take care of now. So which are the first? One, 3, or 4, I think is probably what we're looking at. Okay, let's question him a bit further.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything.
Fair
the
enough.
pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colours.
By the way, do you happen to have any guns, like the ones carried by the officers of the Citizens Militia?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days
Afraid
ago.
so. Bat killer.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before.
Oh dear.
God. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
Wait, I sold you my gun? Was the buyer a policeman too? At least I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else. Cop out.
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinaise with it?
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
There's only one explanation. She must be one of my rabid fans. Maybe she's a vigilante. Wants to prove she can do our jobs better than we can. I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the Citizens Militia? I'm sorry I sold my gun. I shall go get my tea. Okay, clearly.
In that case, she'll be happy to get a visit from us, if we can find her.
Good point. Let's finish this conversation. Wait, I sold you my gun?
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
I feel like there's something you're not telling me.
You weren't quiet yourself, officer.
What was I like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life, and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight, and that you need the money. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it.
Wait, how much did I sell the gun for? Happens to the best of us, I guess. I really should have killed myself. Maybe I still will one of these days. I'm so sorry you had to see me in that state. We don't have to talk about it any further. We'll say nothing. Wait, how much did I sell the gun for? I really should have killed myself. Maybe I still will one of these days. 1 to 3 is 1, and 3 to 6. 3. 1.
15 real.
15 real.
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. It's clear that he hopes this tableau might still turn out to be a bad dream. It's not, though. This has got to be the most. Wow. There's pity there too, in case you didn't notice.
Happens to the best of us, I guess. I really should have killed myself. Maybe I still will one of these days. I'm so sorry you had to see me in that state. We don't have to talk about it any further. Okay. I am going to say...
It certainly does, especially in Rivershaw.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
At least I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Right, I'm going to finish this conversation and wrap up, because I think I'm going to play some Phasmophobia in a minute. Right, we will... We're going to leave it there, and I will pick this up a little bit later because it looks like we have. Acula, do you know if Feather will be playing? Oh, we're going to play some Phasmophobia. We may have 4 or maybe a space. I will sort this out shortly. I'll catch you in a bit. Ah, yes. Looks like we have 4.